So, from my understanding, I was told that David was thinking of leaving the company, and he was just tired of doing the same old thing as a junior and junior champ and stuff. So I think in order to keep him happy and keep him interested in staying, they wanted to move him to heavyweight. So, but in order for him to become a heavyweight, they needed, like somebody like Diesel and Shawn Michaels. So at the time, I was the only big guy around at the time doing nothing. So they
Mm.
called and said, "You want to do this?" Because I still had one more year left on my excursion, but I said, you know what, just thought I didn't want to stay in that dangerous area another year.
Yeah, you didn't want to hear the gunshots anymore while you're falling asleep. Uh, but like, I really feel like that partnership with you and Prince or Finn Balor, really worked well because it's like shortly thereafter that, like the promos that sort of led towards the Bullet Club, I feel like really showed the world how talented like Finn Balor was. And I think that was probably the catalyst of really sort of getting eyes on him from like WWE, etc. Because it's like you go back and watch those promos and stuff, and even the matches he was having, like he was on fire at that time. Like I think like he was running on all cylinders, and then starting that, and then being close to that and learning from that for you,
Oh yeah,
um, such a valuable position for you to be in, right?
yeah, of course. When I went to New Japan, he was basically the only foreigner there, and then Carl Anderson came. Yeah, so I was really happy when they said come back and join him, do something with him. I was really happy because I did see it as a learning opportunity for me because man, he's been in it for a while, and I was just starting up. But in my head, I'm thinking I can just tag along and learn everything he's doing while he's doing his matches and stuff. And I did. And he was nice enough to help me out and show me the ropes here and there. But yeah, it was unfortunate he had to go, but I did learn as much as I could for the 1 year that he was there before he left.
And with the Bullet Club formation, because like the original idea for Bullet Club, and correct me if I'm wrong here, was it was going to be all gaijin, right? So it was going to be all foreigners part of this one stable. Did you expect or did you see Bullet Club blowing up as much as it has and done, like originally when it started?
No, no, we did not. We did not. But I think it all it really did begin when I came out and joined David because the amount of heat that we got had never been seen in Japan. Because literally the next day, our president told us, "You guys be careful because there's people who literally want to kill you because
Oh,
never seen foreigners do that in Japan." So the heat was real. Like they were getting complaints and calls to our office wanting them to fire us. And it, for them, it usually takes up to 1 or 2 years to build a heel faction or whatever. We
mm.
didn't, and that's why they escalated it to okay, in a month
Mm.
we're gonna do all the foreigners together because there's so much heat. They wanted to act on
Like when did like Bullet Club start making it like is like Bullet Club was obviously originally a heel stable, but when did it start making a turn? Because I feel like you guys didn't really change what you were doing, but it kind of like organically turned and you guys started getting babyface reactions, and then obviously the split with Bullet Club having the US side of it and then the Japanese side of it as well. How did you guys sort of start to feel when you did start seeing the 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 pendulum starting to shift, so to speak, and it's starting to lean towards being faces and then heels?
it. Yeah, it helped a lot. Um, if we all just stayed as bad guys and nobody's going to support us, we won't blow up as much. If people wanted to cheer for us, we don't react to it. No one's going to cheer for us again. So we had to battle that fine line of trying to stay as heels, but at the same time acknowledge the cheering and stuff, so we can get more support. But it wasn't. I'd have to say when we started adding more American guys, then that's when it started looking cool, and because especially when Gallows came along, when Gallows came along, that guy, his style is so freaking funny and awesome that you can't help but react the way you do. Man, this guy's just having fun out there and stuff. And then you have the Bucks coming in, and they just want to have fun out there, and it just turned into a big party for us because we would go and hang out at night, enjoy drinks, whatever, and then we'll be in the ring just talking to each other exactly how we did the night before, and our matches showed. If you had fun in doing your job, people are gonna be gravitated to it. But if you're in there doing it and you don't like it, it's not gonna show.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, I think it projects out, like when you see someone putting like any form of content or entertainment out there. If the person's phoning it in, like the audience is going to pick that up very quickly.
Yeah, that's so true.
But like, as far as like with Bullet Club, you guys have seen a lot of members come in and go out of that faction over the years. Have you guys, like, did you all have like a certain say on who can come into the faction? Like, would New Japan say, hey, we're thinking about bringing in this person? Did you guys get that sort of luxury of being able to have the opportunity to say no or yes to certain people?
We did. We did. At the same time, we were able to suggest. We couldn't say this guy's coming because people need to know that this is not just a faction. It's not cheap to fly people in. It's not cheap to have hotels everywhere. It's not cheap to take a group of guys everywhere. So you have to pick and choose. Who's available, who's not available. So those were the type of questions we were asked. If we said, "Can we bring this guy in?" They would say, "How much, man? We'll weigh the options. Because this guy might cost $1 million, or this guy might only cost $30,000. Let's go with that one because he's cheaper." That kind of stuff. So, but everyone came in, did their job, especially. So David took us to a really great place. But I think when AJ Styles came in, it was just a whole different level. That's
Yeah.
when, yeah, that's so. I think David missed out on the peak. So AJ Styles came in and took us to the peak, which is when everything just blew up.
Do you think as well, like when AJ came in, because AJ was such a big name in the United States, like him coming in and joining Bullet Club, do you think that put a lot of more international eyes on that brand and on that sort of action?
Of course, I don't deny it. And everybody had their own followings, and Twitter was fairly new.
Mm.
Everybody already had their own followings, but when everybody came together, and here's the secret: we all decided that we'd go out and have fun in our gears. You don't see wrestlers go out and wear their own merchandise when they're going out, right? So
Yeah.
what we've done was we've asked the office to come up with designs that we can wear up to a nightclub. If I can wear this to a nightclub, I'm not wearing it,
Yeah.
right? Because people when they see a wrestling shirt, they go, oh, you know how it is. Oh, a wrestling fan. But yeah, we decided, hey, let's get designs that we like. We can wear wherever we want to go together. We take photos every time we get some new one as a group, as a team, and I'm sure you've
Mm.
seen it. If you search Bullet Club, there's always a faction photo of everybody with a shirt on.
Yeah.
And we had another one of our rules or things we had to do was share it because Facebook and Instagram and Twitter was still fairly new. Not many people were on it, but
Yeah.
we shared that on all our social medias. It was kind of like we were like on the forefront of using social media as a marketing tool, and that's why that shirt and that design just blew up even before New Japan came to America. Because for 1 or 2 years, I remember myself and Carl Anderson trying to force the office to give us more or push us more or take us to America or whatever, because this thing needs to be all over the world because the rest of the world knows already. But they didn't see it because they only saw Japan. It wasn't until 2000 and I think 14 or 15 they had the first New Japan show in New York, and it was funny. They went there, but the foreigners weren't invited. It was just the ROH and what do you call it, a New Japan show. And sorry,
Was that the
just
one the one at Madison Square Garden?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I think that's when Lance Archer made his debut for New Japan there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, or one of those. But I remember when they came back and the president comes over to me, myself, and Anderson, like with a big smile, saying, "Man, I can't believe Bullet Club is in America. There was people with shirts all over the crowd," and we were looking at each other, going, "We told you this. We told you this."
It's over. It's
Yeah,
funny. I remember like years ago, I was out at a bar and I saw someone with a Bullet Club shirt on, and I was like, "Oh, cool, man! Like you watch New Japan?" And this person looked at me and went, "What? What's New Japan?" I go,
yes.
"Bullet Club," and he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "It's a wrestling shirt, bro." Like, and he's like, "Oh, I thought this was a band. I just thought it was a cool shirt I saw and bought it online." I'm like, "Fuck, that's some good marketing."
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember what country it was, but I saw somebody with the hat, and I went over to him. I said, "Nice hat, bro." And he goes, "Oh, thank you." He kept walking. I thought, there you go. That's what we wanted. Just you can wear anywhere.